I didn't know who DJ was, right? Because I don't know many Indonesian artists. And then when I showed my mom suddenly jumped and she was like, "This is DJ, don't you know?"
Halo semuanya, selamat datang di Bincang-Bincang Saintjohners. Nah, untuk video kali ini, kami akan menggunakan bahasa Inggris sepanjang bincang-bincang kita hari ini. So, without further ado, let me introduce myself. My name is Kimi.
My name is Ingrid.
And I am Chia. To not forget our most important guest here, we have our very good friend, Erwin, Johannes, Dolf, Tabacchi. Hello, Erwin!
Hello, guys!
So, Erin, we would like to know more about you.
Of course.
Okay, so, first of all, my first question is, so, we were friends in primary, right?
Yes.
We were friends in primary, but I wasn't sure if you were here from primary 1. Were you here from primary 1?
No, I wasn't. Before in Italy, as I was born there, and I did my kindergarten and primary 1 in Italy.
Wait, so you moved in primary 2?
Yes.
And when you moved, did you know like any about Indonesia? Did you understand maybe? Or were you like just plain didn't know anything?
Surprisingly, plain, I didn't know anything. I didn't know any Indonesian. I didn't understand it, and I didn't know how to speak it because it was my first time, going to another country with absolutely no knowledge about the culture, how to live there, and how to speak it.
So, what was the difference between school in Italy and school in Indonesia?
I think schools in Italy, they didn't really have a challenge, in my opinion, of course. So I didn't really have a certain goal. I just did school, studied, went back home, and repeated the same thing every day. But in Indonesia, in schools in Indonesia, just like Saintjohners, they provide competitions, they provide awards, just like honorable students, for example, singing competition, dancing competition, and it makes me more passionate in learning. It makes me more passionate in trying my best so that I can reach certain goals and certain achievements.
I see. Obviously, you have done tons of these in the past and even right now.
Yes.
Could you tell us more about your achievements and what you have done in these competitions?
Okay, so if I can remember correctly, my first achievement in St. John's and in Indonesia was a choir performance. It was in Air Mall. I think it was around primary 3. Yeah, so basically in primary 3, me and my choir members of the choir that I joined, surprisingly and luckily we got first place.
Congratulations!
Thank you so much. If I remember correctly, in primary 2, I got best in English for term 2.
We can hear your English so well right now.
Yes, thank you so much.
That does make me question though. Since you had no clue whatsoever on your best Indonesian, how did you feel when learning and transitioning into this new language?
Oh, let's just say it was a really tough challenge for me because, not knowing the language of a certain country that you are right now is basically making you feel alone, making you feel like you're different from the others. And it's not easy to interact when you don't know the language of the country. So if I could make it into like 2 words, I'd say I'd feel very nervous and scared because, like I said before, it was hard to communicate at the time. So imagine like you want to try and make a new friend, but the friend speaks a language that you don't know. They're like, how are you supposed to communicate, right? But when I communicated with my friends in St. John's, they could speak English, and surprisingly, I made a lot of friends when I came to St. John's. So I guess it was a tough challenge, but luckily I could overcome it, and I'm here now.
Okay, so your friends helped you, right? So
Yes.
basically your environment helped you.
Yes.
Why did you choose St. John as your school?
I chose St. John's as my school because I know that St. John's uses an international curriculum, which at first glance it shocked me, right? And because I really want to get scholarships and I really want to learn stuff in school, right? And I also chose St. John's because my parents wanted me to be more religious. St. John's is a Catholic school, right? So in St. John's, I've learned to be more religious, to have a better connection to God. So basically, St. John's, if you could say, has impacted my view of life, if you could say it that way. St. John's has provided me with so many competitions, with so many life lessons, life teachings, and so much knowledge about how this world works now. I feel like St. John's has basically changed my view on what I have to achieve, which path I have to go through in life, and basically what I have to do in my life.
You were dancing like all around Indonesia. So how did you get into dancing?
Well, when I first came to Indonesia, I was trying to find a hobby that I've never tried before, something that can give me a new experience. So I was like, why not dancing?
Why not?
Exactly. In dancing, you can listen to music, and it also exercises your body to be more fit, and you have fun dancing. So I think I started learning dancing around primary 3. Yeah, I think 4 to 5 years until now. I'm still learning dance.
As we can tell now, you are a very, very busy person, and that developed from his dancing, which turned into a boy band. Can you
Yes.
tell us more about that?
Okay, so around a year, 2 years ago, I was contacted by TTDJ management. You guys know TTDJ?
Wow, that's a big thing.
Yeah. So I got contacted by TTDJ through Instagram. Now, let me tell you a funny story. So at first when I got contacted, right, I didn't know who TTDJ was, right? Because I don't know many Indonesian artists. I thought TTDJ was like a radio DJ. So I felt like this account wanted to invite me for like, I don't know, radio speech or something like that, right? And then when I showed my mom suddenly jumped and she was like, "This is TTDJ, don't you know? She's like a very famous Indonesian like singer and diva, right?" And then I checked the account. The account was verified. So this account invited me to join a boy band, and of course I accepted the opportunity. The boy band was called Gear Juliets, and every weekend we stayed over at this certain place that we call it a base camp. In this base camp, we practice singing, we dance together, we eat together. Basically, it's like we're living together for the whole week, for every weekend. Yes, but unfortunately, the band got dismembered around a year ago, 2 years ago. So now we've evolved a boy band called Dead Fellas.
Very, very interesting. We hope the viewers here check that out. But as Kim has mentioned, you have bands all over Indonesia. How are you managing your time with this?
Don't waste any second, any minute, any hour of the day. If you want to be productive, remember that every second matters in your life. For example, competitions, school, grades, all that, you really need your full concentration and your full hard work if you really want to achieve the best out of all these activities that you're doing. Don't waste any time. Use every second of the day, every hour of the day, every month, every year. Yes, exactly. And just focus and do your best.
That's very motivated. I'm motivated now.
So, on top of all of the busy schedule you have, you still managed to join the student council, and last year you were actually a candidate. How was that experience?
Okay, so student council is available at the junior high school, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't really know what to expect from the student council because I've never been in like this type of organization other than the choir and the band. Yes. So I didn't really know what to, you could say, expect from the student council. When I first joined, I was really nervous and like I wanted to make a good impression to the student council advisor. And suddenly one day I got a notification, I got a message from the student council advisor, and I was so nervous that I opened the message like as soon as it popped up. I ran to my room, locked the door, right? Because I was so nervous. then when I checked, I got chosen to be one of the vice president candidates.
Wow, that's a big achievement. That's an amazing achievement, really.
So I almost, if I have to be honest, I almost cried out of like so much shock, right? Because I didn't know anything, and I instantly got chosen for the for a candidate of vice president. And when I read the message, first thing that came to my mind, what do I do? Because I didn't know anything, right? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I told my mom, my parents, and my sister about it. They were really happy for me. And even though I didn't manage to win the election,
It's okay.
It's alright. You still did it great. I'm sure of it. You still crushed it.
Yeah, even though I didn't win the candidation, I still learned so much, and at least now I know like how this works, how the student council works, how the election works, so like president elections. Because I'm pretty sure president elections are like something similar to that, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, basically I learned so much from the student council, from my time being the candidate of the vice president, working hard, teamwork, and meeting new friends.
So the student council has given you a lot of new experiences,
Yes.
and it's very valuable, right?
Yes.
Now I want to ask, why did you want to join the student council?
Because I've always admired the students who join the student council, because I feel like they were really trying to achieve their highest point in their lives, right? And I really wanted to know like manage events, to teamwork with friends and students that I don't know, and basically just learn new stuff, get some new experience.
You did them so well. Which actually makes me question, how was it? How was your experience there?
Well, if I can say, it was quite hard to manage my time between student council, competitions, school,
A lot of
scores.
So many.
Yeah, basically all the activities that I do in my life, right? It was really a challenge for me because I was actually scared when I became the candidate for the vice president, because I was scared like, what if I'm not able to manage my time? What if like I'm too stressed out? There's too many activities. Then worst case, something happens to me in the student council. But then I was thinking like, instead of thinking about those negative things, why not just focus? Why not just do it? Because one of the slogan is like, just do it, just do it, just do it. Yes.
Good.
So basically, I just told myself, okay, I need to focus. I cannot think about like, okay, I have this, so I cannot do that. I have this, so I cannot do that. I need to focus, and I need to, like I said, just do it.
Okay, Erin, after all of the things that we talked about today, which was you getting into student council,
Yes.
your experience in St. John,
Yes.
competitions, pressure, academics, everything that we talked about today, it probably had an impact on you. How has St. John had an impact on your life?
Yes. Okay, so as I said before, St. John's is my first school, and I feel like I was used to the European way of living, and I didn't know what to expect when I came to Indonesia, right? So I feel like St. John's has given me a new path in life and has made it clear on what I have to do, what I have to achieve, and what I have to do to achieve those goals of mine. And so I feel like St. John's has given me a new path in my life that I can follow to achieve my dreams and to achieve what I want to do in my life.
Wow.
Amazing.
Really amazing. Wow. Inspirational.
Yes.
Again. Wise, very wise, Erwin. Since we've heard you speak English all this time, and you said you had studies on Bahasa Indonesia, you have
Extra
practice.
lessons.
Exactly,
Yes.
lessons on it. So many things. We need to hear it.
We need to hear your Indonesian now.
Exactly, your Indonesian speaking skills.
How about introduce yourself in Indonesian?
Yeah.
I would like to hear that.
Exactly, us too.
Okay, so basically introducing myself.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Indonesian.
Halo teman-teman, semoga hari kalian lagi lancar, lagi bagus. Nama aku Erwin dan aku sekarang 13 tahun. ulang tahun aku tanggal berapa tuh? Ulang tahun aku tanggal 9 Januari dan aku dari Italia.
Wow! Isn't it crazy that an international student like this that started off with no Indonesian, no knowledge of existence of Indonesian language to this, isn't it crazy? Absolutely.
Yes, it's so crazy.
And guess what? This is because of Saintjohners.
Wow! It just proves that St. John is beyond amazing. It's an amazing school. I would like to know the future. Where do you see yourself in 5 to 8 to 10 years maybe?
If what I want to be, I really want to be someone who inspires the young youth.
You're doing it right now. You're doing it very well.
Yeah, basically, I just want to inspire the young youth, the next generation, to just keep focusing on your goals, just doing what you want to do, and just keep trying your best. And for my hobbies, for my dreams, I like to be a singer, dancer, storyteller, speaker, writer, and I want to learn how to cook. 'Cause Italian. Yeah. And where do I see myself in the next 5 to 8 to 10 years? Hopefully, I'd see myself in going to university, and if possible, my boy band Dem fellas already having a couple of songs. Basically, I also want to see myself being happy with my friends, with my family, and basically already being on the road, being on the way to achieving my dreams.
Oh, he's super inspirational. He's super fast. If I were to ask someone else, maybe their answer would take a while. But his was really quick. He was like bam, 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 done. So we know you are an amazing person. From what you do, from how you think, how you speak to us. You are someone we see as an idol.
Wow.
An idol to others. Yeah, a super idol. So I do want to ask you, at least me, at least myself, how do you feel when people call you like, oh my gosh, Erin's an idol? Like, do you feel burdened by that, a pressure maybe, or like, I'm relieved that people call me that?
Wow, someone calls me an idol. Wow! Like I feel proud to do what I'm doing and to be where I am right now. So when people call me an idol, I just feel amazing. I just feel like this is the kind of motivation that keeps me going.
So people give you motivation, you give us motivation.
Yes,
back.
exactly.
I see. So, again, you have been a candidate. If you did become the vice president of student council, what's something new that you would like to bring to the student council that also affects the students of St. John?
Yes,
Junior high schools.
Yes. Okay, so in my campaign, our theme, you could say, what we talked about was about change. Me and my presidential partner, we really wanted to change the perspective and the minds of the students. So basically, we wanted to inspire them to do something, to do what they like most. For example, drawing. Then you can paint, you can do digital art, right? And we really wanted to change the environment and to change basically how students see the school. Because most students would kind of be like, "Yay, we have holiday, no more school!" Right? But the thing is, some students don't understand that school teaches you. It teaches you life lessons, teaches you skills, and teaches you how to do this, how to do that, and it basically gives you so much knowledge. And I feel like that is really important in this century right now, because now currently this world is very technological, right? With phones and all that stuff, right? So it's really important that we keep up with this world. We don't get left behind. And so I feel like the main goal of the campaign was to make a change to the perspective of the students on how they see studying, on how they see school, and of course on how they see life.
Wow!
So you want to change their perspective, right?
Yes, exactly.
How can you change their perspective?
If I can say, I'd like to start things slow because I feel like change can't really happen fast or else.
Yeah.
It should be progressive.
It needs to be progressive.
Yeah.
So basically, I'd start with events that really would bring the students, for example, closer to the teachers, and make events that are really fun to learn. That also, of course, teach lessons, right? Give you knowledge. And then after, when the students are already used to this, I'd probably start changing the way of teaching. For example, we don't just give out papers, we also give quizzes. And that's what the teachers do in Saintjohners. Not quizzes like paper quizzes, I mean like games. So I feel like it's really helpful for the students to learn while, having fun. Yes.
So this is honestly like campaigning all over again, right? But I do want to ask, how did you feel after campaign?
Even though I didn't win the campaign, I shouldn't feel sad. Nobody should feel sad if they lost something, because in life, if you wanna achieve something,
Here we go.
because really, if you wanna achieve something, you need to have blood, sweat, tears,
Oh.
and
Yes.
you really need to have that dedication and that sacrifice if you wanna achieve something. I felt happy that this is a sign that I can improve, that I should improve. And of course, I'm happy for my opponent because he or she got the opportunity to become the vice and the president of the student council.
So positive. Continue, my bad.
You're very inspiring, right? Now I want to ask, who inspires you to do all of this?
Oh,
Okay, so who inspired me?
Who's your idol?
Yes. Okay, so I don't really have a specific person because I feel like, since each person was born differently with different skills, different behavior, they basically contribute, and every person that I meet, every friend, teacher, no matter what, they really inspire me in their own way. Of course, one of my most important idols is my parents, because they have supported me since I was young. They have helped me throughout the way, and this is who I am now because of my parents.
okay. So because this video seems like it's gonna come to an end, since we've asked you from the beginning to the end, and I think maybe you're tired because we did ask you
He's
a
been
ton of
yeah.
questions, a ton, especially he very deeply
Yes.
dived into every question we asked, so we get the full scoop of everything exactly. So I don't know, Erwin, do you have anything else to say?
Can I give a message?
Yes,
of course.
you.
Yes. Okay, so basically to everyone who's watching this video, just do it. So basically, no matter what obstacle you go through in life, no matter what happens to you, remember, just do it! Basically, just focus on what you have to do, and I know that you can do it, because if I can, you also can.
So I think that's it for our video today. Don't forget to what, Erwin?
Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching.